Hello boys and girls, this is AnderZEL of course, and welcome to some Titanfall. This is by far one of the best matches I've had so far. I'm using my favorite custom pilot Titan loadout. I'm using the R10 1C carbine with a holosight suppressor. I'm using the mag launcher and the B3 Wingman pistol. Stim, Scatchel charges, enhanced parkour, and minion detection. I'm probably gonna switch out minion detection sooner or later, to be honest. And when it comes to my Titan loadout, I call him Bob, and Bob has a plasma railgun, extended magazine on that, partial wall, or basically a wall you place down where they can't shoot you, but you can shoot them. Cluster missile, it is super good, fast autoloader, and survivor. And I gotta say, holy crap, I've been kicking some ass with this loadout. It is just so damn nice. And as you can see in this gameplay, it is just so damn good. Don't think I'm doing this good every single match though. I think there were a little bit of noobish people here. I think they only was like rank 10 or something, and some were even less ranked. I think we can see that when I check the score later on. But holy crap, I've been enjoying PlanetSide. I was about to say, it reminds me so much about PlanetSide with the thrusters and crap like that. But yeah, I have ranked up quick as fuck. I've ranked up to level 30 in literally 4 hours. I've been using XP boosts and that kind of stuff, but I'm just wrecking the opponents. I think the worst I've ever done in a match was getting 10 kills and dying 10 times, but I still was the guy that had the most score because I was keeping the hardpoint so good. I don't think my worst attrition match, I ended up like second to last actually. I did really horrible, but all the other matches have been going sweet as heck. This plasma launcher, or whatever, I think it's more like a laser gun almost, but it's amazing. I use it to snipe other pilots. It's the greatest thing ever. Basically, for the projectile to actually get to the target is like instantaneously almost. So it's kind of like a laser gun. The actual bullet flies super quickly. I think it almost reminds me of a railgun as well. But yeah, anyways, it is just so damn sweet because you can easily snipe pilots in the air and on the ground, and it also does quite a lot of damage against enemy pilots, but it takes a lot of getting used to. It is definitely quite difficult to master the plasma launcher or plasma weapon or whatever you want to call it. Best tip I can give you overall, guys, is get the satchel charges. They are amazing. This mag launcher, amazing as well. Really sweet to play around with, way better than the Sidewinder. I feel I get better hit registration because the Sidewinder, the bullets just go all over the place, and the lock on the missile launcher, sure, the bullets usually hit, but it's kind of useless against people, and it's kind of useless against Titans as well if they're decently good at taking cover and similar. But this stuff, oh man, it's so good. And the standard machine gun, it is so freaking good. I'm looking forward to unlocking some of the newer SMGs. There's one SMG that's 3 burst. I do not like that. This is a way too high-paced game to use a burst weapon like that. I mean, it packs a punch. 2 or 3 bursts, depending on the distance and where you aim, you usually kill your enemy, but an enemy can just easily jump around like crazy and just spam you with an SMG or a machine gun, or the carbine, the 101C, the one I'm using here, and easily get you before you get them. So definitely not the best thing. When it comes to the Magnum pistol, it also requires quite a lot of skill to use, but I would say it's more worth it than, for example, the 3 burst SMG, because that thing is just not very good whatsoever. I definitely don't like it. But just in general, this is the kind of game where having a fully automatic weapon is always gonna be a benefit to you, especially if you're moving about and the enemy is moving about, like the case usually is with a game like this. So go for fully automatic weapons as much as you want and can. And if you really want to try out something like the sniper rifles and the DMRs and the 3 burst SMG or the B3 Wingman semi-automatic pistol, I mean, fuck, you do it, but you're probably not gonna hit that much unless if you're really good. You might be better than me, or you might be around my skill level, and then it works just great. I mean, like hell, it might just be be me. That's too bad with aiming with it, for God's sakes. I don't know. But personally, I like the B3 Wingman. I find it quite nice to play around with, simply because of the high damage output, and usually when you have to draw your sidearm, it's usually close combat battle anyway, so it should be fine. When we're gonna talk about other important things when it comes to the weapons, if you're new to this game, or you're new to any game when it comes to the FPS genre, if this is the first game you play when it comes to FPS games, for God's sakes, do not use the auto lock-on pistol. That is a noob trap to keep you as a noob the rest of your life. Don't get me wrong, the auto lock-on pistol that you start out with in one of the already made classes is quite good. It's not bad. I mean, it locks onto grunts in like a second and you can shoot them straight away, and it locks onto pilots in like 2 or 3 seconds and you can shoot them like instantly almost. But the thing is that people run around so much when it comes to other people, you don't have a very good chance against anyone that had any kind of skill. I mean, an average player is gonna poop on you if you're a noob and use the auto pistol. Then it's way better to kind of suffer a couple of days or a week or two and actually train on your aim and become better, because if you only use the lock-on pistol, you're not gonna become any better at aiming, and you're never really gonna be able to enjoy FPS games the way they're supposed to be. Sure, if you're super noobish and you're like, I never really want to get good, fuck, use the auto lock-on pistol, hell, I don't care. Or actually I do, I fucking hate the thing. I don't think anything like that has any place in any games, but I mean, it's a free fucking world. Do whatever you want. Don't have my opinion stop you. That's just stupid. Use my opinions to help you make up your own, but never base your own opinions completely on mine, so to say. Other very important things to think about is, of course, the FPS. You want to have at least 60 FPS at all times. Me, for example, since I have to record at the same time, I lose a lot of FPS because of recording at the same instance. So I'm running the game at low settings and 1080p resolution. If even low settings and 1080p doesn't give you 60 FPS, then I definitely recommend going to like 720p resolution or something a little bit above 720p. And this is why you don't use the auto lock-on pistol. That's why. Because you can't get pooped on by anyone that knows anything. I mean, the guy was shooting me in the back and still failed. Poor sucker. And when it comes to the FPS, I definitely recommend getting something like Fraps. It's easy to download for free. There's free versions of Fraps that you can download. You can't really record with it, but it shows how many FPS you have, and you can tell when you go below 60 and that kind of stuff. Another very important thing to think about is the FOV. You start off with an FOV field of view of 70. Again, this is a very fast-paced game, so you definitely must have 90 FOV, or at least 80 or more, depending on what you personally like. So go ahead and turn that bitch up to 90, and you're gonna see that you can excel and do better. 20 kills and 1 death. Fuck yeah, baby. As usual, thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.